Housing and housing-related credit discrimination complaint form. Instructions. Page 1. Instructions. One, please fill out this form, answering all of the questions. If you are filling out the form on a computer, please print out the form immediately when you are finished. You will not be able to save the completed form. If possible, please type. If you are filling out the form by hand, please print. Please do not write in the margins or on the back of this form. Please note, a delay could occur in the filing and the investigation of your complaint if the form is not filled out properly or if the information you provide is not legible. Two, notarization is no longer a requirement for this form. For those not wanting to use a notary, you can complete the declaration section after you fill out the form. The declaration option does not require notarization. You need only fill in the blanks with the date and your location, city, state, and sign the declaration. The oath section is still available, but if you use this option, you will need to sign in front of a notary. Three, attach copies of any documents that you think will help the division investigate your case, emails or other communications with respondent, photos of inaccessible entrances, written statements from witnesses, etc. 4. Return the complaint form to the Housing Investigations Unit, New York State Division of Human Rights, 1 Fordham Plaza, 4th floor, Bronx, New York 10458. You may return the complaint by postal mail or personal delivery. You may also email your complaint to complaints@dhr@ny.gov or fax it to 718 741 8322. 5. Keep a copy of your complaint and copies of any documents that you attach for your own records. 6. The completed complaint must be returned to the division promptly. After the division accepts your complaint, this form will be sent to the company or person whom you are charging with discrimination. Time limit for filing. Please note, you must file your complaint within 1 year of the most recent act of alleged discrimination. If you need further assistance or require an accommodation for a disability, please call or visit one of our offices, make an appointment, or visit our website at www.dhr.ny.gov/complaint. Interpreter services are also available at no cost upon request. New York State Division of Human Rights Offices. Albany, Agency Building 1, second floor, Empire State Plaza, Albany, New York 12220. Telephone number 518 474 2705. Office of Sexual Harassment Issues and Queens, 55 Hanson Place, Room 900, Brooklyn, New York 11217. Telephone number 718 722 2060. Binghamton, 44, Hawley Street, Room 603, Binghamton, New York 13901. Telephone number 607 721 8467. Rochester, 1 Monroe Square, 259 Monroe Avenue, Suite 308, Rochester, New York 14607. Telephone number 585 238 8250. Bronx Central Office, 1 Fordham Plaza, 4th floor, Bronx, New York 10458. Telephone number 718 741 8400. Syracuse, John J. Hughes State Office Building, 333 East Washington Street, Room 543, Syracuse, New York 13202. Telephone number 315 528 4633. Brooklyn, 55 Hanson Place, Room 304, Brooklyn, New York 11217. Telephone number 718 722 2385. Buffalo, Main Place Tower, 350 Main Street, 10th floor, Suite 1000B, Buffalo, New York 14202. Telephone number 716 847 7632. Long Island, Nassau, 50 Clinton Street, Suite 301, Hempstead, New York 11550. Telephone number 516 539 6848. Long Island, Suffolk, 250 Veterans Memorial Highway, Suite 2B, 49, Hauppauge, New York 11788. Telephone number 631 952 6434. Manhattan, Adam Clayton Powell Jr. State Office, Building 163, West 125th Street, 4th floor, New York, New York 10027. Telephone number 212 961 8650. White Plains, 711 South Broadway, Suite 314, White Plains, New York 10601. Telephone number 914 989 3120. What is covered by the human rights law? Page 2, Instructions. The Division of Human Rights investigates complaints of housing and housing-related credit discrimination based on age, arrest record, that was resolved in your favor or adjourned in contemplation of dismissal, or youthful offender record or sealed conviction record, applies to all types of claims covered by this form except claims about vacant land or commercial space. creed or religion, religious membership, belief, practice, or observance, or discrimination because you do not have a religious belief. Disability, a physical or mental condition, includes denial of reasonable accommodation of a disability. Familial status, if you are pregnant, have a child, or are in the process of obtaining custody of a child, or have a child or children under age 18 in your household. Gender identity or expression, actual or perceived gender related identity, appearance, behavior, expression, or other gender related characteristic, regardless of the sex assigned to that person at birth, including, but not limited to, the status of being transgender. Complaints involving the need for accommodation of gender dysphoria or other related medical condition can also be filed under disability. Lawful source of income includes, but is not limited to, child support, alimony, foster care subsidies, social security benefits, or any type of public assistance or housing assistance, including Section 8 and other housing vouchers. Marital status, single, married, separated, divorced, widowed. Military status, including military reserves or being a veteran. National origin, the country where you or your ancestors were born. Predisposing genetic characteristics, information from a genetic test. Race or color, because you are Asian, black, white, mixed race, etc. Includes ethnicity, includes traits historically associated with race such as hair texture or hairstyle. Retaliation, because you filed a discrimination case before, were a witness or helped someone else with a discrimination case, or opposed or reported unlawful discrimination. Sex, because of your gender, includes sexual stereotyping, sexual harassment, pregnancy. Sexual orientation, heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, asexual, whether actual or perceived. Use of guide dog, hearing dog, or service dog, or a service or companion animal. Use of a professionally trained dog for a disability, or use of a service or companion animal that is not professionally trained but alleviates your disability as a reasonable accommodation. relationship or association with a member or members of a protected category listed above. The division investigates complaints only if the discrimination is based on one or more of the above reasons. The division cannot investigate unfair treatment that does not involve one of these reasons. If you do not see anything in this list that applies to your situation, please contact the Division of Human Rights to speak to a staff member. Housing Complaint Form. Page 3, Complaint. Although all ages are protected, you must be 18 years or older to file a complaint. A parent, guardian, or other person having legal authority to act in the child's interests must file on behalf of a person under the age of 18. One, your contact information. First name, middle initial, or name, last name. Street address or P.O. box, apartment or floor number. City, state, zip code. If you are filing on behalf of a person or persons under the age of 18 for whom you have legal authority to act. I am filing for self and other person or persons only. Name or names, relationship or relationships, date or dates of birth. Three, you are filing a complaint against name, street address, or P.O. box, city, state, zip code, telephone number. If you are filing against more than two entities, please list on a separate piece of paper individual people who discriminated against you. 2. Who discriminated against you? Owner or landlord, manager or superintendent, public housing agency, temporary housing or shelter, condo association, co op board, real estate salesperson or real estate broker, bank or other lender, builder, other. Name, role, or title. If you need more space, Please list them on a separate piece of paper. Page 4. Complaint. 4. Description of the property involved in the discrimination. Provide whatever information is available. What is the address of the property? Address, apartment or floor number, city, state, zip code. Who owns the property involved? Who manages the property, if applicable? What kind of property was involved? Single-family house, two-family house, commercial space, land, mobile home, building with 2 to 4 apartments, building with 5 or more apartments, or other. Does the owner live on the property? Yes, no, or I don't know. Does the owner own more than one property? Yes, no, or I don't know. Was this property being sold or being rented? Being sold, being rented, or not applicable? Are you currently living there? Yes or no? 5. Date of alleged discrimination must be within 1 year of filing. The most recent act of discrimination happened on month, day, year. Page 5. Complaint. 6. Basis of alleged discrimination. Check only the boxes that you believe were the reasons for discrimination and fill in specifics only for those reasons. Please look at page 2 of Instructions for an explanation of each type of discrimination. Age, date of birth, marital status, single, married, separated, divorced, widowed, arrest record, See page 2 of instructions for what is covered by the arrest provisions. Military status, active duty, reserves, veteran, creed or religion, please specify. National origin, please specify. Disability, please specify. Race or color or ethnicity, please specify. Familial status, sexual orientation, please specify. Gender identity or expression, including the status of being transgender. Sex, please specify. Lawful source of income, please specify. Use of guide dog, hearing dog, or service dog, or a service or companion animal. If you believe you were treated differently after you filed or helped someone file a discrimination complaint, acted as a witness to a discrimination complaint, or opposed or reported unlawful discrimination, check below. Retaliation, how you opposed discrimination. If you believe you were discriminated against because of your relationship or association with a member or members of a protected category listed above, indicate the relevant category above and check below. Relationship or association. Seven, acts of alleged discrimination. What did the person company you are complaining against do? Check all that apply. Refuse to rent or sell to me. Unable to access property or facilities due to my disability. Threatened to evict me. Date of notice, if applicable. Discriminated against me in lending or financing. Advertised in a discriminatory way. Evicted me or attempt to evict me. Denied me equal terms, privileges, or facilities that other tenants were given. Harassed or intimidated, other than sexual harassment, on any basis indicated above. Sexual harassment. Denied my request for a reasonable accommodation or modification for my disability. Includes refusal to permit a service or companion animal. Date requested. Discriminated against me because of use of a professionally trained guide dog, hearing dog, or service dog. Other. Page 6. Complaint. 8. Description of alleged discrimination. Tell us more about each act of discrimination that you experienced. Please include dates, names of people involved, and explain why you think it was discriminatory. Type or print clearly. You may also write "See attached" and attach a typed description. If you need more space to write, please continue writing on a separate sheet of paper and attach it to the complaint form. Do not write in the margins or on the back of this form. Signature, declaration or oath. Based on the information contained in this form, I charge the herein named respondent or respondents with an unlawful discriminatory practice in violation of the New York State human rights law. I have not filed any other civil action, nor do I have an action pending before any administrative agency under any state or local law based upon this same unlawful discriminatory practice. If you have another action pending and still wish to file, please contact our office to discuss. Please initial. Human Rights Law. Section 2, 9, 7.1 requires that a complaint filed with the Division of Human Rights must be under oath or by declaration. You must complete either the declaration or oath sections below. The declaration requires only your signature and does not need to be notarized. The oath requires that you sign it before a notary. Declaration. I affirm this day of month, year at city, state, under penalties of perjury, that I am the complainant herein, that I have read, or had read to me, the foregoing complaint and know the content thereof, that the same is true of my own knowledge, except as to the matters therein stated on information and belief, and that as to those matters, I believe the same to be true. Complainant name, oath, State of New York, County of, Social Security, being duly sworn, deposes and says that I am the complainant herein, that I have read or had read to me the foregoing complaint and knows the content thereof, that the same is true of my own knowledge except as to the matters therein stated on information and belief, and that as to those matters I believe the same to be true. Complainant's signature. Subscribed and sworn to before me this day of. Signature of Notary Public. Please note, once this form is completed and returned to the New York State Division of Human Rights, it becomes a legal document and an official complaint with the division. Additional information. Page 8. Additional information. Page 1. This page is for the division's records and will not be sent to the company or persons whom you are filing against. One. Contact information. My primary telephone number, my secondary telephone number, my date of birth, required, my email address. The division uses email whenever possible to communicate with the parties to complaints. This avoids delays and lost mail and increases the efficiency of division case processing. Therefore, you are required to provide an email address, if you have one, and to keep us advised of any change of your email address. The division will not use your email address for any non-case related matters. Contact person, someone who does not live with you, but will know how to contact you if we cannot reach you. Contact person's name, contact person's telephone number, contact person's address, contact person's email address, contact person's relationship to me. 2. Special needs. I am in need of interpretation. If so, what language? Accommodations for a disability. Privacy. Keep my contact information confidential, as I am a victim of domestic violence. Other. 3. Settlement or conciliation. To settle this complaint, I would accept. Explain what you want to happen as a result of this complaint. Do you want a letter of apology? End to harassment? Withdrawal of eviction? Access to the property? Reasonable accommodation for your disability? Compensation, etc. 4. Witnesses. Information about witnesses may be shared with the parties as necessary for the investigation. The following people saw or heard the discrimination and can act as witnesses. Name, title, telephone number, relationship to me. What did this person witness? Name, title, telephone number, relationship to me. What did this person witness? Page 9. Additional information. Part 2. 5. For disability cases only. Have you been treated poorly or differently due to your disability? Yes or no? If yes, please explain. Did you request a reasonable accommodation or modification for your disability? Yes or no? When did you request a reasonable accommodation modification? Month, day, year. What was your request? Who did you make the request to? Name, title. Were you granted the accommodation? 6. Do you know of other people who were discriminated against in the same way as you were? Yes or no? If yes, please explain. Did you report or complain about the discrimination to someone else? Yes or no? It is not necessary for you to report or complain about discrimination before filing with the division. If yes, how exactly did you complain about the discrimination? To whom did you complain? Date you reported or complained about discrimination, month, day, year. What happened after you complained?